single digits outside, but inside the Carrier Dome, safe haven for more ACC basketball. It's the Virginia Cavaliers visiting the number 8 team, Syracuse Orange. Hello and welcome inside the Loud House alongside Jonathan Hoppe. I'm Dana Gray. So happy you're along with us on ACC Network Extra. Jonathan, an important game tonight for Syracuse, starting a big homestand and trying to get out on the right foot.
Welcome back to the SU Soccer Stadium. Jackson Agello, Dana Gray with you here. This game, it had it all. Physicality, saves, 7 goals between the two clubs. But Jackson, the man of the night, that was Mr. Tajon Buchanan.
Welcome back. I'm Dana Gray. It's the news that Orange fans have been patiently, or not so patiently, waiting for, an announcement that not many predicted could even be a possibility. Not only is number 20 SU going bowling, but playing in a top-tier bowl after its first 9-win season since 2001. Eric Dungy and company can keep running all the way to Florida because it's an old Big East rivalry at the Camping World Bowl in Orlando.
So now it's Trimboli's turn, number 12, dodging on a shorty. Make something happen, draw a slide. If the slide doesn't come in, go in and take a shot.
Solomon with some space off the crossbar. Rebound for Trimboli. That answered as well. That close. Voigt trying to get the rebound. He does. Out in front. Lipka! Woo! 3 straight goals for Syracuse. And we're tied with just over 9 to play.
That's unbelievable. It's again the effort. Number 3, Solomon, world-class ride. Loose ball in front. Voigt picks it up. He's a great stick handler. Gives a little sidearm flip down to Lipka, number 20, who stings one past Edelman for a big-time goal. And like I said, woo!
Who's got it better than us? Rutgers and Syracuse going shot for shot since the opening faceoff, and David Lipka brings us even with 9:18 to play inside a rocking Carrier Dome. It's Alex Schoen and Danny Varello. Off the faceoff, Syracuse will get it. Varello draws back-to-back infractions, and Syracuse a chance to take the lead.
Your Syracuse right now, again, great patience right here. Find the right matchup. Now that you've got this lead or got the game back to a tie, you've just overcome a 3-goal lead by Rutgers. Make sure that you stay patient and find that right matchup.
Buttermore loads up, saved by Edelman. Right into the cross. He's the only reason Rutgers is still in this game, and they want transition. Here's Mullins on the doorstep. Sherlin-Beatties makes no mistake. Rutgers back out in front.
Rutgers comes down in transition, tic-tac-toe. Unbelievable catch and bury. Great patience on the doorstep for Sherlin-Beatties. Unbelievable bury.
His 6th goal of the game.
6th goal.
Had 5 in the first half. Had been a little quiet through quarters 3 and 4. And Rutgers regains the lead. SU still has not held an advantage. Varello and Schoen. Right at the Orange S. Varello wins it back between his legs. Ground ball successful for Fernandez. And Bomberry, a mile-high pass to the far side where Nick Mellon looks for the clear. Easier said than done. Dearth and Lipka will bring it across on a head of steam. Just scored that, what was tying goal for Syracuse. A career high 19 saves for Max Edelman. Some people thought he might not have had his best performance against Lehigh Tuesday. That changes tonight. A rip from the far side, and Trimboli puts it past Edelman. Tied again with over 8 to go.
4th goal of the game by number 12, Trimboli. Again, overhand high, hard one to the low corner. Great vision by Lipka to find Trimboli on the backside, and a perfectly placed shot Got the dome rocking here again with just over 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. We're all square, and partner, we got ourselves a ball game. This one's a fun one.
We hope you at home are enjoying it, and hopefully you like some offense. 14 apiece. 8:05 to play. Another face-off for Danny Varello. Seems like John Desko's sticking with a little bit of the experience from the junior. Jacob Fopp took a bulk of the first half face-offs, and now it's Varello on his hands and knees, and he's got it. Couple of checks from behind, and gives off for Brad Voigt. Danny Varello, if SU can pull out this victory, needs some MVP considerations. He's been wonderful in the second half. Behind the net, Griffin Cook getting a look.
Rutgers is going with a zone defense here. See all 6 guys pretty packed in there. Syracuse had success in the one-on-one game and drawing slides. So Coach Breck is going to try a little something different on this possession.
Halfway through the shot clock. Tied at 14. Straight away, Jamie Trimboli and Nate Solomon work with it. He fakes the pass inside a cutting Curry. That close. Griffin Cook will back it up for Syracuse. 27 on the shot clock. Into the cross of Trimboli. Looking for a better angle. Now Solomon. Ray Fisk, goal line extended. Back to Solomon. Meets the double team far side. Cook with some space. SU leads for the first time today, and it comes from the freshman, the Syracuse native. Orange up by 1.
Cameron Johnson, after a quick break, is back into action. Slides it for Kenny Williams. Inserted pass to May. Kick out Johnson from the corner. No good. 3-ball. Offensive rebound, but not legally. Garrison Brooks was working in behind Elijah Hughes, who had the position. It'll be SU basketball.
So I mentioned the thing about the fouls. They've already picked up 3 in the last minute now. So they're not going to be able to dial up the same type of intensity.
Syracuse 0 of 3 from the line, all of those belonging to O'Shea Brissett. Meanwhile, the Tar Heels, a perfect 8 for 8. Syracuse 28, UNC 27, 7 minutes and change to play. O'Shea Brissett at the ACC logo. He's got Johnson right on him. Kicks it back out for Elijah Hughes. Brissett tries to set the screen. Now far side, Frank Howard working against Kobe White, and he traveled. Frank Howard trying to get a little bit too creative. And there's another turnover on Syracuse. That doubles it with 7 minutes exactly to play in this first half. May will inbound into a mobile Kobe White. Leaves it back for Kenny Williams near side. Back over for White to the far. Couple of dribbles now. He'll pull up as Howard gives him space. That long 3-ball is no good. And May, fighting down low for the rebound, is called for a foul. You got to give Syracuse a lot of credit. This UNC team is the best rebounding squad in the entire country. They average just south of 43 per game. That number 1 in the country, obviously number 1 in the conference, and Syracuse is doing a good job of matching up so far. Here's Battle. His jump shot is good. Hand in his face from Kenny Williams. He looked a little off balance, but he sinks it nonetheless. 3-point lead for Syracuse, 6.5 minutes to play in the opening half. Little, Williams, now Johnson near side. Back out Williams. His 3 to tie it, rims in and out. Offensive rebound for Little. He goes back up, no good, but gets the foul against Dolajai. That one time that SU didn't have the position. And Nasir Little just standing at 6'6", 220. It's been a revelation as a freshman for Roy Williams and company. Scored in double figures 14 times already this season. A guy that was a very highly touted prospect coming out of high school. First free throw is good. The MVP in the McDonald's All-American game last year. And that goes to show you everything when it comes to talent. But it's always a question whether he can transition it to the college game. Surely seems like he's doing just that, Tyler.
And I think some of the UNC fans probably would have liked to see him in the starting lineup at times, and they've been frustrated by that.
Second free throw, no good. Tip back out, and Battle will have it. Maybe 2-on-1 if they want to hurry. Battle going 1 against 1, and it's blocked from behind by Little. 3-ball on the way from Hughes off the offensive board is pure.
crazy sequence as Syracuse is back up by 5, back the other way. It's White who goes to the cup and is fouled. So a great job from Nasir Little to get all the way back in transition. Whole crowd kind of stopped for a moment because it seemed like there was surely going to be a foul called against Elijah Hughes, who was trying to break, make it a 2-on-1 rush. Instead, he was pulled back, and the ball came right to him after it was blocked, and he drains the three-pointer. There's White at the line. First free throw is good. Deficit to 4 with 6:01 to play. White, the best free throw shooter on the Tar Heels club, sinks his second. UNC now 11 of 12 from the free throw line. And Chapel Hill getting loud, imploring the Tar Heels to put up a fight. They're down by 3 with under 6 minutes to play. Battle moves it for Hughes in motion. Now hands off Brissett, working 1-against-1 on Johnson. Spin move in the lane, and he's blocked. Johnson stayed right with him, stride for stride, and now moves back, going right to left. Moves around Buddy Boeheim, inside May, strong move past Sidibe. He'll pull up with a shot, no good, short. Boeheim there for the rebound. 5.5 to play in the opening half. Syracuse 33, UNC 30. Here's Ty's battle, jab step, pulls it back. Hughes will try another 3 in the motion, and he gets it to fall. Elijah Hughes with his 4th three-pointer has SU up by 6 with 5 minutes to play in the opening half. Kobe White holding it on the far side, right in front of Buddy Boeheim. SU in his patented 2-3 zone and 10 seconds to shoot for the Tar Heels. Inserted at the free throw line for May. No options. Working to pass Sidibe into the corner. May will get it back. He's got to shoot it quickly. Now kick out into White. At the buzzer, his three-pointer's good. Kobe White answers the Elijah Hughes three-pointer with one of his own. It's a shooting gallery here in the D-Dome, and all in Carolina blue getting on their feet with 4.5 minutes to play in the opening half. Syracuse up by 3. Straight away, it's Tyus Battle into space for Boeheim. His 3 is good. Buddy Boeheim silences the Dean Dome, and Syracuse is back up by 6. White carries over the timeline nonchalantly into the waiting hands of Cameron Johnson. Back to White. Crossover on Boeheim. Pass in tight, and the shot is blocked. Little tried to go up, and Hughes was right with him. Boeheim controlling the offense in the front court. SU up by 6 points. Tight pressure there from White, and he draws the foul. Nice job from Buddy Boeheim to keep his composure.
And Boeheim, not the craftiest of ball handlers, but a good job there, just using the hand to kind of keep these UNC defenders at bay. Crowd doesn't like it, but it's the right call.
Well, if you can describe this SU team in any sort of way, they play to their competition. Right now, they're playing up to the number 5 UNC Tar Heels, and they lead 39-33 with just under 4 minutes to play in the opening half. Should be a good finish to these opening 20 minutes. Come back with us on the other side. You're listening to SU Men's Basketball on the original home of the Orange, WSYR.
Penn State has never won here at the Tenley Ice Pavilion in their first 12 tries, but James, today might be the day they finally get it. They've strung together points in their last 5 games and relying a lot on their top goal scorer. Brenneman with a very clear lane to gobble up that shot from DiGirolamo. Here's McMillan looking to filter it out in front, and DiGirolamo with a great stick and now possibly numbers for Syracuse. Malotny back for Pulaski over the blue line. Now into the slot. Kaloff shot doesn't get much on it, and it trickles to the corner. DiGirolamo all the way below the goal line, and luckily enough, it retreats back to her defense partner in Kaloff, who quickly turns it right back over. Mayer shoots, and another save for Welch. He's getting peppered early on here.
Q's doing a really good job, especially in the early going, of helping to break up those defensive plays, get out on those 2-on-1s, especially we've seen DiGirolamo in deep on a number of 2-on-1s already that time. Good job with the stick to stay out on top of it.
Off the draw, Monroe fakes going one way, passes the other to Roswell. Meets some jacks at the red line and takes a tumble as Penn State will take over. Lowly Fiddler sends it in, the freshman from Edina, Minnesota. Katie Rankin stripped to the puck as Allie Monroe will skate it out, looking for center. Moves it to her right to the transfer, Hopner. Puts down the shoulder, kept it on her backhand.
And now we'll wait for reinforcements. Hopner cycles it down low. Here's Roswell looking to get it back to the point. Monroe has some space on the corner, a sharp angle shot. That from Belafontaine, caught the outside portion of the net. Maybe the best chance so far for Syracuse, though. That was great vision going north-south.
Tremendous vision from Monroe on the pass as well, to see that open, gaping hole, to drop that pass right into the middle of Belafontaine. Gets the shot on net, and even though it's not from a very high percentage angle, that's the type of play that you want to set. You want to get those, especially passes like that, can really strike the heart into a defensive team like Penn State, get them on their heels a little bit, make them rethink the way they're playing in their own end. And even if it doesn't lead to a grade A chance, a play like that can really put a second thought in a defensive-minded team's head.
Amanda McLeod into the offensive zone, and DiGirolamo quickly intercepts, and she wants to start the rush. Moving left to right. Gets past the first defender. DiGirolamo walks in, backhander save, rebound. Still loose by the goal line, trying to be tucked in. No whistle yet, and Avery will get it by the corner. Out to the top. DiGirolamo waits, shoots, it's blocked. Right back to DiGirolamo again. By the circles, another one through, they score! Relentless pressure from Syracuse, and Jessica DiGirolamo cashes in. SU leads early.
Well, it's only fair that DiGirolamo gets the opportunity to score here, because she had the initial rush that led to Brenneman being without her stick in the middle of that net. And any goaltender will tell you the second they lose their stick, it makes things so much more difficult, especially defending against that 5-hole shot. A really heads-up play for DiGirolamo to get that shot in on net, aim for that 5-hole, and find the back of it.
Another goal that comes from the back end for Syracuse. Lindsay Eastwood, a scratch for this game, scored a couple of goals against RMU last weekend. Today, it's Jessica DiGirolamo who gets on the score sheet first, just before the halfway marker of this first period, and it's 1-0 Cuse.
And it's interesting seeing how the first few minutes of this game went. Penn State really controlling play. It was a much slower pace, a lot of defensive structure. Cuse then gets a few opportunities in the last few minutes, and it was all with some speed and skill in the offensive end. Those are the two philosophies going up against it here, and so far Syracuse has done the better of it. They've got the early lead.
And it seems like from the style of play through these first 10, both these teams understanding how important these conference points are. And Syracuse bringing the energy so far to take a 1-0 advantage. It's Malotny, the freshman, to pick it up at center. Feeds for Pulaski, can't get her shot through the body of Izzy Heminger. Fluttering puck out to center, Pulaski to get to it. And DiGirolamo, a nice little pirouette at the neutral ice, brings it in, but quickly intercepted. And Fiddler wants to rush. Left at the red line for Gangarosa, and she'll send it in after herself. Trying to get behind Sirmacheski. Takes her in hard to the backboards, and Penn State will control. Fiddler on her edges. Tries to work it towards the net, and Sirmacheski will peel it back. Madsen had it for a moment. It's backhanded towards the front, and then in on Welch once again. She got both stops. It's Katie Rankin. Good pressure here for Penn State trying to respond. Crow shoots. Whistled it just wide. Gangarosa. That one leaves a dent in the backboards. As the pressure mounting for this SU defense that's already depleted. Rankin now in the corner.
Now a stick loss too. 5-on-4 de facto.
Stewart can't control it. Crow back to Gangarosa at the top, and a huge block. That off the body of Kristen Sirmacheski. That will allow Syracuse a much needed change, and played with a high stick.
Gangarosa is going to want that one back as well, because they would have been able to get the icing call and keep those tired skaters out on the ice for Syracuse. Instead, she tried to knock it down quickly and move right back up, try to catch Cuse in the change a little bit. Instead, Gangarosa catches it with a high stick. It leads to not only a change, but now a defensive zone draw for Penn State. So a rough sequence there, what could have been an offensive opportunity.
Syracuse controls off the draw. Belafontaine, spinorama in the slot. Can't complete the play.